Now coming into the ring, we have Aramingo. And this is an Ampere Rotspun Westbury foal, bred and owned by Bob Jackson from southeastern Pennsylvania. Interestingly, the foal is named after a local Indian tribe name from that same region in which Bob lives, and it means wolf's walk. The foal is also a relative of a son of Hemingway, another licensed stallion that Bob bred. And that son is currently one of the top 15 four-year-olds under saddle in the country. Her name's Herc's Championat. Ampere is one of the most popular Dutch stallions, and I believe has just been imported back into North America and will be standing in Virginia. Ampere is a Rousseau-Fleming son. There were a great number of Dutch horses of that breeding, and he continues to be popular here in the United States as well. The sire of Ampere, Rousseau, stood in the United States as well, down on the Eastern Shore in Maryland. And of course, Fleming was a well-known dressage horse in Dutch breeding and a famous sire in Dutch breeding. The Hanoverian component of this breeding is through Rotspun Westbury. And of course, Rotspun is still one of the most popular sires in German breeding for Hanoverians. He is a Rubinstein Argenton cross, so crosses the dressage line from the great dressage competitor and founding sire of the R breeding line, Rubinstein, with the A line of mostly dressage breeding, although through Argenton also with jumping capabilities that goes back to Abglans, the great Trakehner who started that line and gave it some refinement.
Very powerfully built colt, and your first impression of him, maybe when he comes up, the mare's not the biggest and perhaps a little bit shorter of leg and short-lined herself, and so you see the foal standing by the mother, and the foal's a little bit short-lined as well, but the foal has beautiful movement and powerful, coming through from the rear and coming out beautifully in the front. Terrific rhythm, and we're looking for that rhythm. You got to have it, and you were not going to break his rhythm. Whatever is happening around him, he's going to respond with that rhythmical kind of movement. So, sometimes you desperately look for a rhythmical step, and you see a few with horses, but it's inconsistent, and this fellow impresses us very much with that movement, and so we will bring him back later. Thank you very much.